So I'm Jheron Garrett, I'm 37 years old, and together with my wife Ayana, I'm one of the owners of Bariatric Solutions Group. We're a medical facilitation group that does surgery scheduling for doctors and hospitals in Mexico to make sure that the uninsured and underinsured from the United States and Canada have an opportunity to get affordable bariatric weight loss surgery down in Mexico. Currently we're working in Tijuana at Hospital Insurgentes Rio with Dr. Alberto Michel, Dr. Rafael Michel, and Dr. Jaime Ponce de Leon. I had been a weight loss patient that had gone down to Mexico to have weight loss surgery, and I knew that there was a better way of doing it, and there was a way to make the experience better for the patient. I was a patient before. I had the patient experience. Before having weight loss surgery, I had been teetering and then unfortunately crossed the threshold of 400 pounds. It just made my life tough. And then just the lack of energy that I had. I mean, I was pretty lethargic because I didn't have the energy to exercise. I didn't have the energy to do the things I wanted to do. I couldn't play with my kids the way that I wanted to. I got winded, tired fairly quickly, and the work day just was very hard for me. 8 hours of work would wipe me out, so I wouldn't have anything left to do any exercise or anything else during the day. Immediately after surgery, my life began to change. I feel great. I can walk through an airport without becoming winded. I can play with my kids and chase them down the street. As the weight came off, I found that I could go longer during the day. My stamina increased, my energy increased. As the weight went down, my energy it skyrocketed. I found that I could, whereas 8 hours of work during the day would completely wipe me out before. 10, 12, 13 hours a day, I could still work and maintain a pretty high level of energy. I felt like my outlook on myself changed, thus my outlook on life changed, and when the way you see things change, when your mind is renewed and your body is renewed, you just have a different way of looking at life. And I started to have a lot more positive outlook on my surroundings, on my family, on myself, and thus I felt like I was a better person because I was enjoying life a lot more. Bariatric Solutions Group is kind of a way of taking an experience that I had in Mexico as a patient of another weight loss surgery facilitation company and improving upon the experience that I had and making it better for the patient. I found a doctor that really believes in what he does, just as all of the doctors that are in bariatrics, they believe in the health of patients, or they wouldn't dedicate their life to this. But the doctor that I found in Dr. Alberto Michel and Dr. Jaime Ponce de Leon, they just really have this outlook of really not just making a patient's life better, but also curing metabolic problems that go on in their life and just really changing the lives of these individuals. And they care about the person further than just getting the surgery done and getting them out of their hospital. Together with Bariatric Solutions Group, I think we have a solution that a group of people that are really going to care about our patients, going to make sure that they're as successful as they can be for the longevity of their life. So for the person that is out there that's thinking about having weight loss surgery, that's contemplating, do I really want to do this? Do I want to do it in Mexico? Have I chosen the right surgeon? I would say to that person, having surgery in Mexico is a great decision. I made that decision because I was underinsured. Had I had an opportunity to make the decision with insurance and I was able to afford it because it's so affordable, I'd still do it there. The way that you're treated in the hospital in Mexico is so completely different than you're treated in the hospital in the U.S. I've had a couple of hospital stays, unfortunately, in the U.S., and not that the nurses did not care, not that the staff did not care, but they just take it to a completely different level in Mexico. Why would someone want to go with Bariatric Solutions Group versus another company that might be out there? They really do make you feel like you're part of their family, like they've known you, and you'll walk away saying, I know these people. You'll know their names. You'll want to send them pictures. You'll want to send them emails. You'll want to send them, correspondence, because they're not just some people that did surgery on you. There's some people that, you know, you stayed with. It was as if you stayed in their home. So we provide that type of experience, kind of an experience that you went on a vacation and stayed with a friend.